Most of us breathe 20,000 times a day without a single thought. It is a reflex we take for granted. But for the Bajau Laut, every lungful of air is a calculated treasury. In the turquoise waters of Semporna, Malaysia, breath isn't just a reflex. It is a currency traded for survival. These are the sea nomads of the Coral Triangle. They are the citizens of nowhere, stateless, without passports or citizenship. This lack of legal existence means no access to the schools, hospitals, or banks we consider basic rights. They are truly on their own, living in a world of stilts and salt. Today, we dive into the story of Kasim, a 50-year-old grandfather. He is the last provider for his 5-year-old grandson, Echo. 5 years ago, the sea claimed Echo's father, Kasim's only son, whose heart gave out in the crushing pressure of the deep while searching for a prize that never came. Every morning at 4:30, the tide is Kasim's alarm. He wakes next to his grandson, who is currently fighting a persistent fever. In this house over the water, fresh water is more expensive than food. Kasim performs his morning ritual. He dips his fingers into a small bowl of precious fresh water and wipes the salt from his eyes. It is a sparse, careful touch, a reminder that in the middle of an ocean, clean water is a diamond. For breakfast, there is no variety. He eats a small piece of pangi, sour, fermented cassava, and drinks a cup of black coffee. To suppress the hunger that will haunt him for the next 8 hours, he chews on a betel nut, staining his teeth red and numbing his aching joints. He grabs his uniform, a pair of hand-carved wooden goggles and a rusted iron harpoon. He paddles his lepa-lepa canoe alone toward the Big Blue, stopping only to exchange a brief dagu, a boat-side huddle, with an elder neighbor to discuss the currents. Kasim reaches the drop-off, where the reef falls into the abyss. He takes one final, massive breath and sinks. The Bajau have spent so many centuries in the water that their bodies have literally evolved. Their spleens are 50% larger than ours, acting as a biological scuba tank that injects oxygenated red blood cells into their veins when they submerge. Kasim doesn't swim. He walks on the sea floor at depths of nearly 200 feet. He is searching for tripang, sea cucumbers, and high-value shellfish. He stays down for 5 to 7 minutes in a single go. But the beauty is a mask for the danger. Stonefish hide in the sand, and sea snakes weave through the coral. The greatest threat, however, is the greed of the lungs. If Kasim overestimates his capacity by even 10 seconds, the pressure will claim him just as it did his son. Many elders here walk with a limp, a permanent gift from the bends, the nitrogen bubbles that haunt a lifetime of repetitive diving. By late afternoon, Kasim's ears are ringing and his eyes are bloodshot from the salt. He paddles to a large, cluttered merchant boat, the floating broker. He doesn't trade for wealth, he trades for time. He exchanges his day's catch for a 20-liter jug of fresh water, a small bag of rice, and a blue plastic bottle of antibiotics for Echo. Back at the Stilt village, life continues in its ancient rhythm. There is no school here. The children's only classroom is the ocean. They spend their days diving from the wooden planks, learning the art of the breath before they can even read. The women spend their hours on the porches, drying seaweed, agar-agar, or weaving mats from palm leaves. Kasim returns, salt-crusted and weary. He grills a small fish over an open fire on a wooden platform outside his hut, the smoke rising into a violet sunset. After the meal, Kasim sits with Echo. He gives the boy the medicine and watches the color return to his face. In the dim light of a kerosene lamp, Kasim picks up the broken wooden toy boat, the one that belonged to Echo's father. With a bit of twine and a steady hand, he finally fixes the snapped mast. He hands the toy to the boy, a silent sign that for today, the family remains upright. As you sit in the comfort of your world tonight, take a deep, easy breath. Remember Kasim, for whom that same breath is a life and death struggle. We are fortunate beyond measure, not because of what we own, but because of the air we do not have to fight for. Perspective is the only cure for a heavy heart. Cherish the breath you take,